In a bold assertion, JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon reignites his skepticism towards Bitcoin, predicting a crash to zero. Despite the crypto's volatility, Dimon stands firm, labeling Bitcoin as a fraud and highlighting concerns over its potential for illicit activities. Will his words shake the crypto market? Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's start. So what are we starting with? Bitcoin liquidation heat map. What a beauty, keeps shorting. And here we could see the short positions are already located at less than 66,000, which is around 64,000 position, 68,500, and the biggest one right there at 71,500. And we are going to liquidate all those short positions and go up once again. In less than 36 hours, we'll enter the era of the Bitcoin age together, in which people all over the world will no longer wish to have one whole Bitcoin but 10% of it. In less than 36 hours, we'll all enter the era of the Bitcoin age together, in which hyper-Bitcoinization will reach a gigantic leap forward. I'm happy for all of you, you damn sure deserved it. Be a proud Bitcoiner, and if there's anything worth being proud of, it's standing up for something as human as Bitcoin. And keep up the good work, my friends. Next up, breaking. Riot has started mining Bitcoin at its Corsicana, Texas facility. With a capacity of 1 gigawatt, it is projected to be the biggest in the whole world. Just in, JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon says Bitcoin is a fraud and Ponzi scheme. JP Morgan is an authorized participant for BlackRock Spot Bitcoin ETF, if he doesn't know. If you think about how we treat money in our society for the last 5,000 years, Bitcoin checks all the boxes except for central bank's manipulation, which I think makes it way more powerful. Anthony Scaramucci, Bitcoin is the best money ever. So Jamie Dimon says again that we already discussed it, Bitcoin is a fraud, and I would say he is such a clown. Just in less than 200 blocks till the Bitcoin halving, 199 blocks left and remaining. Bitcoin pulled back quite a bit to 60,000 yesterday, and I didn't buy any. It's not because I'm timing the market, it's because I'm out of cash. I buy Bitcoin whenever I have extra cash flow. I'll buy more than the next time I get paid, and the time after that, and the time after that. The price doesn't matter when Bitcoin is worth $1 million plus to me, and I'm not selling below that unless I lose all my sources of income. Why would I care if the market is selling it to me at a slight discount from the last week? I'm going to accumulate regardless of price when I have extra money, just like I did with index funds in the past. The short-term volatility doesn't bother me. I have a 10+ year time horizon. Also, an interesting change in behavior today. The market is moving higher shortly after the US markets opened. Coinbase is also trading at a decent premium to other exchanges, and funding remains negative. Feels like the ETF are turning back on the beat. The retail traders buy short positions before the Bitcoin halving, which means we are seeing a pump high on the Bitcoin. Also, Bitcoin just tested the 3-day RSI 50 level and the 3D33 EMA at the same time. The last time this happened was at 38,000 earlier this year. Pretty sure the result will be similar, higher prices. Ordinals is an attack on Bitcoin. It attacks fungibility, it attacks nodes, it co-opts hashers and turns them into scammer accomplices, and it forces Bitcoin users to overpay on fees prematurely. It pushes LN users to custodial solutions, and it's perpetual monetary DDoS. Also, the next one we go, the Bitcoin currently is at $1.2 trillion market cap in relation to all the global assets at $900 trillion. Bitcoin is only 0.1% less than 0.1% of global asset value. We are still pretty early. As here we could see the Bitcoin, we could see gold with 12 trillion, art with 18 trillion, also we could see cars and collectibles at $6 trillion, equities $115 trillion, real estate $330 trillion, bonds $300 trillion, and money is at $120 trillion. Next up is the chart that shows that while Bitcoin's rally has stalled, the combined market cap of the top 3 stablecoins USDT, USDC, and DAI has risen a record of $146 billion. The continued expansion in the supply of stablecoins, a proxy for liquidity, is a positive sign for the crypto market. So back to the JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon that labels Bitcoin as fraud and hopeless currency. JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon is still one of the fiercest threats to Bitcoin. Dimon calls it a fraud and not a real currency. During a recent interview on Bloomberg TV, Dimon confessed that he was skeptical about the legitimacy and functionality of cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin. He stressed his view that Bitcoin is not a true coin and compared it to the Ponzi scheme. This firm position is in a deliberate contrast with the huge price swings of the crypto over the year. There is a long history of Jamie Dimon making negative statements about Bitcoin, which is always associated with the many illicit activities, as he pointed out that a Bitcoin could enable such crimes as money laundering, tax evasion, and even terrorist funding because of its anonymity and lack of regulation. This persistent skepticism is opposite to the increasing interest of the financial market in digital currencies. Jamie Dimon critical of volatile Bitcoin market. Although Jamie Dimon is critical of Bitcoin, its market price has been highly volatile, rising to considerable heights of over 65,000 in November 2021 and plummeting to a low of around 16,000. Bitcoin has been a mix of resilience and instability. At the time of writing this report, Bitcoin has been trading at more than $63,000 with a 24-hour appreciation. This represents a modest drop from its peak, but evidences a significant market bounce. In another discussions on CNBC, Jamie Dimon compared investing his Bitcoin to smoking cigarettes, a risky choice that should remain a personal right. Although he opposes Bitcoin, he supports investors' right to buy it if they choose. This stance signifies a nuanced view, acknowledging the importance of protecting consumer investment choices despite a personal skepticism. JP Morgan CEO endorses blockchain applications. Dimon does not think of other areas of cryptocurrency technology as being promising. Jamie Dimon noted that the tokens that perform a real function, such as those used in smart contracts, might have a real value. This appreciation implies belief in underlying blockchain technology that fuels many cryptocurrencies and has wide-ranged applications beyond mere currency. Jamie Dimon sees the use of blockchain in smart contracts execution and transaction transparency as quite useful. His stance is said to be in line with their emerging appreciation in the financial services sector, which states that a blockchain has the potential to change some aspects of commerce and information management. Bitcoin goes institutional as BlackRock at the forefront of the ETF race. BlackRock's IBIT Bitcoin ETF has cemented its position as a prominent choice in the rapidly evolving Bitcoin ETF landscape, drawing substantial interest from institutional investors. The ETF has attracted around 30 fund managers who currently hold just 0.2% of its total shares, a modest start that experts believe is the beginning of the potential surge in future investments. And according to Eric Balchunas and Bloomberg analyst, the cautious yet ongoing nibbling trend among fund managers where they make small incremental investments suggests a slow but steady buildup of Bitcoin exposure through the BlackRock's IBIT ETF. This contrasts with lower interest in Fidelity's FBTC ETF, which has garnered investments from only 11 investors. So the mechanism behind the ETF investment. Exchange-traded fund specialist James Seifert knows that in the US market, where there are about 3,500 ETFs available, it is common for some of them to draw no new investments daily, and he explores the creation unit mechanism, which is the critical component in controlling the supply and demand of shares of exchange-traded funds. That's all the information we got on today's video, so if you are interested in more, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next one, and peace.